in the best of two. But alas, we don't have to wait anymore. Game's going live right now. 3's up, starting on CT's side first. It's going to be on them to make a stop here. CLG looking to, I'm sure, get aggressive here early.
Yeah, so getting underway now into the pistol round. Let's take a peek at what CLG is going to be doing here. Not actually spending very much money into it. We only have 2 sets of armor coming out, and that's going to be on JDM. Oh, no, there's the rest of them. All right, I was a little bit curious. Only JDM and Tarek with armor, but Cutler's going to be the utility man with the 2 flashbangs and the smoke grenade. And JDM, Tarek, Hazed, and Finesse will be just Glock armor, and they're just going to force their way directly down the drop. Hit in the face of Davey. Davey able to hold on there? Yes, he will hold on for the time being, but Kiko's going to rotate over, help his teammate out before Hayes will trade him. That's going to make it even 4-on-4 now, but Hayes might get caught from behind. Yeah, he does by aim, and JDM is in the argument. He made it through the drop as the bomb is actually working towards the A-bomb. It's like JDM with a jump shot. Taking down Davey. Jason R trying to defend that A-bomb site. In trouble here. It's going to be a 2-on-2 battle between Cutler, Finesse, Arya, and Jason R. There goes Finesse. So now only Cutler left alive. 1 HP. Jason R with the mop up. That's going to be the pistol round going to 3's up.
Yeah, really solid pistol round win there, and a good hold by the 3's up players towards the drop connector area. I wasn't expecting the bomb to go A from CLG, I'll admit, but I do think one of their main problems there is that they were a bit predictable. I would say I was not surprised by that strat call at all, just getting out there and trying to get in the face of the 3's up players and try to frag early. It's something I expected immediately from them, and it seems like 3's up was not caught off guard by that in the slightest. They were, for the most part, ready there to catch, frag, and trade the players coming from the drop, so good work from them. Fragged when they needed to, but Davey super blind with the auto shotgun is going to get taken out. 1-for-1 trade overall as the Pirates are trying to break their way into the side, and Abe ripping Kiko.
We're actually going to be 3-on-2 now in favor of CLG, and that auto shotgun picked up by the CLG player. And JDM finishes off with a pistol in hand. That's going to be CLG coming back on a big eco win over 3's up. And the ball is now in their court. Let's see if they can run away with the momentum and not allow 3's up to get an eco off of their own.
Yeah, that was actually a really incredibly odd round. CLG just ran right at 3's up once again, but used their flashes so well to their advantage. So many blind counter-terrorists there that they just couldn't do anything about it. Even CLG's pistols were good enough to take down the blind counter-terrorists. And that team kill as well. Was it Abe that got that team kill?
Yeah, it was Abe's touchdown grenade on his own
ripped
teammate.
His teammate. Just absolutely ripped his teammate. But you can see a B take once again here.
The 3's up players are trying to defend here. Auto shotgun frag will come out. They do pick up a couple frags, only 2 of them, before it's only going to be Jason R left alive now. He's going to be 1v3, Deagle in hand. Just trying to hold this angle, see if he can get that 1 Deag. But doesn't look like it's going to happen for him. No one's really peeking that direction. And he's going to be 1v3, trying to retake this bomb site. And Cutler peeks out from behind the statue, rips his face off with the FAMAS. That'll be 2-1 in favor of CLG.
Yeah, this is actually, I'm sure, going to force 3's up to save once again. They're not going to have enough cash to limp into this round because not only did CLG eco them on round 2, but they also took away a bunch of their guns. Those 2 FAMASs are still in play from CLG, and that's just pure profit from them. Those are rifles they didn't pay for, but have been earning off of, and that auto shotgun as well came from the CZ. So they're still holding on to 3 guns from round 2. That's really solid stuff.
Into round 4. Guns up in favor of CLG at the moment. Davey tries to step out, goes down, auto shotgun frag again. This time in the hands of Finesse instead of Derek, and they're just mopping it up. Finesse has got 2, only Kiko left alive. He's going to push up, silent USP in hand, try and make his way out of connector, but he's going to be 1 versus 5, and that's going to be a tough battle for him to make happen here with no kit either. Bomb hasn't even gone down yet.
Finesse! You put your back to him. Wake up, Finesse! Oh, he's sitting there. And JDM's able to get that final frag. Finesse just... For a name like Finesse, you didn't think he would brute force into that area like he did, but either way, team got the job done. This is the first real buy-up round of the game. It's going to be 3's up's attempt to bring themselves right back into it. They started off the game right with that pistol round win and need to once again rewrite themselves after getting ecoed on that round too. CLG, I think CLG hasn't shown anything too crazy there. Nothing that we wouldn't expect from them. Just playing everything aggressively, using the rifles to their advantage, and getting out ahead of the 3's up players. And they're doing it again.
Just trying to speed their way through the drop. Davey was ready for it this time, though, able to take down JDM. as guns will be up in the hands of Threes Up. Arya with the up, hasn't been able to pick up anything yet, but Abe ready over the top, and Kiko goes down. Same with Abe. They put themselves in a good position here. CLG, that is, trying to make their way into B. Davey defending with the rifle, gets one before he goes down. Tarek on the trade. It'll be a 2-on-2 now. Cutler, Tarek versus Arya, and Jason R, and Arya hits the shot on to Cutler, so now all up to Tarek outside the drop. He's got to be careful. That op will be working its way through the connector.
Yeah, I like this play by Tarek falling off here. Oh, he wasn't expecting him to get caught off guard there by Jason R, and he will actually get taken down by the op, but it was pretty obvious that his position was close to that drop area because of the way he threw that flash and flashed Jason R, so falling back there to keep the element of surprise would have been important. Unfortunate that he got caught in the back right there, and Threes Up getting it done with the op in hand, not only getting it done with the op, but also holding on to it. That's going to be an important asset for them going into these next few rounds. But what CLG has going for them on that round is that they really didn't spend that much money. They used only the guns they had been saving previously. Yeah. They kept all 5 players alive on round 4, so they spent almost nothing going into that round. Not only are they full bought up here with everything they could ask for, armor, AK, pistols, nades, molotovs, but they're also all sitting on an average of, let's say, 2.5k. Not more than that. That was bad math. Like 3.2 at least. So bad addition. Really bad addition.
And actually, the op battle will happen, and Arya comes out on top of that in round 6, able to take down JDM. So that op that CLG just bought just got dropped out of their team's hands, and Arya using his effectively so far. I mean, that's 3 frags with it in 2 rounds. If he can keep that going here, he's going to provide quite a bit of trouble for Counter Logic Gaming.
Most certainly, and it looks like Tarek going to be selling something over towards B, but it seems like the bomb may not be so sure of it. Actually, there it is, following him up 3-on-3 in the site. They even have Davey in the drop, so this was one that this is one that Threes Up could certainly hold.
Yeah, Tarek's trying to cross out. He is able to get the shot off on Arya after Arya missed his. So Tarek picks up the op, trades out the frag on Arya, it makes it an even 4-on-4. But Abe right there trying to fight this out as Tarek's able to find another one onto Davey. So it'll be a 4-on-3 bomb planting in the B bomb site. Hard rotate coming out here, and Tarek will find himself a third before Kiko gets finesse. Hayes able to trade out Kiko, and now all we have left alive here is Jason R, 1v3 bomb in that B bomb site. And he can't commit to it here. Body armor, flashbang, defuse kit, and the AK. He's just going to commit to the save. And that'll be a 4th round for Counter Logic Gaming.
Yeah, it's definitely the right decision. This team cannot afford to lose that rifle right now because they're most definitely going to have to be saving around that. They're really shot for cash. Abe, the richest at $1,500 plus no bonus money. It's going to put CLG in a really dangerous position here to start to pull away and start to really put the pressure on Threes Up, who is going to need to start performing sooner rather than later. But this is not going to be the round for them. They're, as I said, richest player Abe now is $2,900. Not quite enough to really buy up around that AK.
So into round 7. Jason R, as the later just said, is going to be the only player with a rifle for Threes Up. Let's see what they do here. It's actually going to be a 4-man stack towards that B bomb site, sending Arya off on his own to get some information, pushing through the A halls. And this stack might yield a weapon off of Hazed if he's not careful here. Eats that flashbang. He's actually going to go backwards, and Abe does take him down. They got to push and try and get the gun, though, but Finesse is right there covering, looking for the final one onto Abe, but Abe ends up taking him down. So we're going to be 3-on-3 now with 2 rifles in the hands of Threes Up players, and they actually have control of, well, they had control of the bomb. I don't think they knew it. They rotated all the way over to the A bomb site, and that kind of sucks because Tarek's going to get a bunch of information here. More than likely, no, actually Threes Up rotating back into the B bomb site.
Wow, I thought Tarek was actually going to drag the players and have them sit there longer, but Abe's going to take his peek with the AK. Could have surprised Cutler there, but Cutler's able to get 1 and 2 frags. I don't know if they know Jason R is in the area, though, so they still have their hands full. That's 1 for Jason R. JDM knows what's up. Going to hit the quick scope shot onto Jason R. So 5-2 as CLG barely escapes the ecoing Threes Up, or kind of saving/ecoing with that AK in their hands, but I mean, even still, Threes Up economy is not quite there yet. They're once again in positions where they can't really buy, and they're going to be giving CLG potentially a 4-round difference here. Only 8 rounds into the game. That's tough. That's not where you want to be if you're Threes Up. They need to start fragging, but it's so hard to do with just pistols in your hand. You can't really blame them for not taking down, top 16 world team CLG with only pistols in their hands, as Finesse absolutely rips Arya's head off.
Yeah, Vanessa trying to find another one at the drop. Able to get Kiko. He's got one more there. That's Davey who gets the trade. But that rifle is going to be ungettable at the time. So Abe does actually... No, did it actually get close enough to the edge that Abe was... No, Abe got a frag somewhere else. Never mind, excuse me. But he does get himself a rifle. Davey will go down as Abe trying to rotate his way over into the B... or into the A bomb site through connector. And he's going to be 1v3. He does have that AK that if he can't find a frag fast enough here, after the bomb goes down, he does get one, so he makes it 1-on-2, which is manageable. He needs to find another one before the bomb goes down and too much time ticks away because he doesn't have a kit.
Yeah, definitely tough death for Tarek there. Had he been able to stay alive and zone Abe away, that would have been really useful, but he didn't know exactly where Abe was, so it is excusable that Abe trying to find any way he can into this bomb site, but I think the right move is going to be what he's doing right now and running away with that AK. They've been all over the place in terms of money, and if this can alleviate just some of the pressure, it'll give them one less thing to think about going into the next round where they are starting to desperately need a win.
Yeah, it's getting a little out of hand in favor of CLG at this point, but Abe is able to save that rifle, which they're going to be buying up next round, so that does save him a little bit of cash here. Makes it a little bit healthier of a buy for him, even though he's already got 7,400. It's going to be a very healthy buy.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely going to be up onto Arya, I'm sure. And that's exactly what's going to happen. They're going to be trading guns around. And, oh, looks like they might have bought an extra rifle there. A little bit of a miss by here. Everything I said about them doing a decent job of saving the guns and making that one less thing for them to think about, all wasted when they throw away a more expensive gun, $3,100, on the ground in their spawn.
Yeah, that's rough for your economy. Hopefully that doesn't happen too much more.
Save 2,700, throw 3,100 on the ground.
Yeah, that's a rough life. That's a very, very rough life. What's interesting here also is we still have some players committed to that Silent M4. Davey and Kiko both still rocking it. Even though, how do you feel about the downgrade? While we're just kind of sitting here in round 9, nothing really going on. CLG just working slow, trying to see if 3's up will get aggressive. Because I know you were a Silent player, so...
Yeah,
Did it hurt you?
A little bit. The thing was that the A4's always been good. The problem was that the A1 was just too good. Like, it was just a laser rifle. You couldn't hear where it was getting shot from. There was just no reason not to use the A1. So I've actually shifted my way back to the A4. I'm really liking it. It's easy to shoot. It's, loud, but it has those extra bullets that I've always liked. If the A1 wasn't so good up until this point, I think I would have been using the A4 for a lot longer. I really like having the bullets to spam. I'm a pretty trigger-happy player. So overall, I'm happy. I think we're seeing a healthy balance between the two now, and I think that's what the game needs.
All right, with a nice shot there to take down Tarek, trying to force his way up the ramp into the A bomb site. As it looks like CLG has now committed to A. They already have the bomb up. They're looking to try and find that back player. They find Arya. They gotta find Jason R, though. He beats down, able to take down Finesse and Cutler, too. For the price of 1, JDM gets a trade out with the AWP, though, evens it up. Or not fully even, but gets a little bit closer anyways, 3-on-2. And no time to get into that bomb site and get the bomb planted. CLG took a little bit too much time off that clock to get into that A bomb site, and 3's up, held and defended very well.
Yep, solid round from them, particularly from Jason R, picking up that 2K, effectively saving his team on the round. The only reason why they were able to pick up that round win, but that doesn't mean they're exactly out of the woods yet. We saw 3's up win a round before. It was round 5, where they were able to keep 2 players alive. So we're seeing some slight improvement from them here, but they also got they lost immediately afterwards and were forced onto an eco that reset their economy really badly. So they need to make sure they don't fall victim to that once again. That last time they won a round, it cost them 3. So they need to step up here. They need to win.
Yeah, big time. Got themselves that 3rd round, but they need to string 2 together here. Just for their economy's sake. As you can see, they're bought out pretty well. I mean, CLG at this point has a few players pretty low. Tarek's under 2K, same with Finesse and Hazed. But you have JDM sitting at 7K and Cutler at 4K. So, I mean, they do have some money to work with if they do drop this round. But it would be a pretty stingy buy that would come out from CLG if they decide to try and make that force happen if they drop the round.
Yeah. A lot of ifs, though, so we're going to have to see how this rounder breaks down. CLG is going to be grouping up towards B, and dueling mollies are going to come out, exposing information about both of these teams here, and actually going to put Abe in a precarious position as he's looking to peek. Going to get fragged by JDM. He's going to go down. Solid op shot from him as Davey catches Cutler, pushing through on a big flank.
And already Jason R does go down inside the B bomb site, so Davey and Kiko going to be the last two left. There goes Kiko. So now all we have is Davey. He does find himself an op with only 9 HP, and again, this comes to the point where, look at their economy. Nobody has good money on the 3s up side of things, so Davey's just going to have to save this op, or hopefully save this op, as it does look like CLG's going on the hunt a little bit here. And sending 3 players out that direction. Actually, 2 players that direction. One's going to be hanging out near the drop just in case. But yeah, they're pushing up on him. And there's a good chance they might find him. He's so weak on HP, he has to hit this op shot. Yeah, he's got to hit this one. Otherwise, Tarek can take him down. Does take down Tarek. Now he's got to try and rotate away. More T's are pushing in his direction. If he can just hold on for a few more seconds, he might be able to live. And he doesn't get there in time. Hayes takes him down. As we have CLG with the 7th round from the T side.
Yeah, and as we said before, going to look to extend it even further as as 3s up is going to have to be saving a bunch here. Abe, once again, pretty rich. He's always been the richest player. I don't know how that happened considering he had that TK early on. Sitting at 4K, going to be actually the only person on his team to spend a dime. Even actually, Davey buys a P250, but the only player to spend anything considerable, picking up a 5.7 and a flash. The rest of his teammates, for the most part, all the way saved up. I mean, this could be another 2-3 rounds that they're giving up only because they were unable to string together round wins. And CLG continues to be in the driver's seat as they kill the lone man in the A bomb site. B, excuse me.
Ooh, Cutler and Hayes both picking up frags, but it is going against equaling 3s up, and Davey does find himself one on the push. He is going to be able to grab that AK. Where's he going to go with that? Looks like he's actually going to fall back with his teammate. And probably just try and hold on to that thing and see if they can trade that out. I mean, there is an upgraded pistol on Abe, so maybe send Arya out to try and hunt for some frags here, some exit frags, see if he can get himself a rifle, and not able to do it. Hayes is ready, looking through the window at drop, catches him. So Davey's still trying to save, and Abe just holding on with the 5.7. He's doing the same thing. He's getting a little bit more aggressive here, trying to find an exit frag if he can. Oh, Davey, they know where he's at now. Finesse is going to call for help. They might pinch him and not allow Davey to get away with this. Tarek's going to be right there around the corner, and Tarek will hit the shot, and JDM takes down Abe. So no save comes out from any of the 3s up players.
Tarek just with such a great flick there. I had a decent idea of where that last counter-terrorist was, but wasn't super sure. Was kind of flaky about checking the corners and somehow finds the headshot. Really solid stuff from them right there. 3s up, once again, going to be on a save. They just can't get any momentum going, and as soon as they find some semblance of it, CLG does a great job of ripping it right away from them. You're going to see some B aggression on B aggression. Your Finesse going to be the first responder here. Nades are coming out. A lot of counter-terrorists in the area.
Nothing going in the way of 3s up, though, until Davey does find the 5.7 shot on the Finesse. Quickly traded out. Only one player left there in the B bomb site. Now it's all up to Jason R, the final man standing. What's going to push into the drop room, has that deagle. But at this point, it's just looking like he wants to try and steal away a rifle, as Hayes did get himself a 3K this round, but he's only got 1 HP. Can Jason R hit the shot? And he will get the 1 dig on Hayes when he only has 1 HP, so he could have just touched him anywhere, but right in the face works before Tarek takes the final frag. That'll be 9-3 in favor of CLG.
CLG is just looking more and more dangerous, but 3s up going to be buying up once again. We've done this song and dance, I think, twice already, really, where the 3s up buys up, wins the round, and then loses the subsequent round and gets forced on a restart. A little bit of lag coming out from Tarek there for the boys, but a quick ready call as well, so they should just be getting right back into it. Not a delay at all, which is a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, definitely. No delays coming out here would be a very, very nice night for us, as it is going to be a CLG doubleheader tonight. After this match, they have a best-of-2 going against Method, and CLG favored it in both of those matchups. I mean, essentially, they could walk away with 4 points tonight.
Yeah, that would be really huge. I think they only have something like 6 or 7 points. Yeah, they do only have 1 win. I'm trying to see exactly how many points they're sitting on. They're only sitting on.
Yeah, that's only 6.
Yeah, only 6 points, and they're going to need to start winning. This is a tremendous start, and they need those 2 points. They just need them.
Yeah, if you can walk away with 4 points tonight, I mean, that puts them right into the running. I mean, they're at 6 now, you said, so that would put them right at 10, and they're right in the argument.
Yeah, and then with much more games left to play than some of these teams that are already clogging up that space, so that will start to displace a lot of those teams and push them down. We'll see a much clearer picture of who's going to be showing up to these LAN finals.
Now into round 13. Guns are back up in the hands of Threes Up. They've been losing lots of rounds in a row here. They desperately need to try and take these last few. I mean, if they can salvage these final 3, make this a 9-6, that's not horrible. But I mean, CLG, look at Derek just drops right down the drop, able to get himself a frag before he gets traded out, and Cutler and Hayes find 2. Now it's up to Arya, and Arya with the op back in his hands will find 2 of his own. That makes it a 2-on-2 battle, as he just eats a little bit of a grenade there. Only 9 HP taken away from him, but it's going to be up to him and Jason R to try and defend. And at this point, it's going to be a retake on the B-bomb side.
Yeah, they've been decently successful retaking the site previously, particularly with an op in Arya's hands. So let's see what they can get going. I can't imagine Cutler's going to get too peeky here, but he does expose his head temporarily. Luckily, Arya not ready to really punish him for it.
Arya still with that op, trying to push up. Cutler's going to be right there around the statue. Shoulder peeks out. Arya misses the shot, walks right into JDM. Now they know Jason R is right there at the site. He's running. He has to commit to this. The time ticking, and JDM will find both of the kills at the end of that round. That's going to be a 10-3 for CLG, and Threes Up looking in trouble here.
Yeah, definitely. Even that round, they had a good chance to retake in the 2-on-2, but that was a round that should have been a 4-on-2. It was just CLG getting a little sloppy. They're just jumping their way to the site and not really having a care in the world for Arya's op. Even in that 2-on-2, they looked well put together, worked together as a team, and drew out each individual 1-on-1. Good work from them right there. And I guess slight improvement here coming out for Threes Up, not getting their economy reset completely, but they needed round wins. They needed round wins any way they can take them. So I think they're going to have to try to get a hold going at B here. Once again, they do have 4 players in the area, so you really can't ask for better positioning. If Davey gets a first frag, but Hayes responds quick with Ness as well.
With some trades coming out there, that evens it up, makes it a 3-on-3. Davey weak on HP. Abe eats a little bit of that Molotov, but Hayes shoots him right in the face with the AK. That'll make it a 3-on-2. Bomb planted in B. Arya going to be the last man standing. He gets spotted out in the halls, trying to make his way into the B bomb site. JDM fires off a shot, hits him in the leg, and Tarek will come in for the cleanup. That'll make it 11-3 now as we hit the final round of the half. And Threes Up needs this 4th round. Most
definitely. They're for the most part, unless I'm forgetting, but the vast majority of their round wins have come off the back of Arya and that. Oh, the other round was that Jason R hanging out in the back. Arya and Jason R have been the 2 core impact fraggers for their team with rifles in their hands. So you got to think this round is one that could go in their favor, but it needs to. They've run out of time for the it could. It has to go in their favor, or else they are going to lose.
Pop flash comes out. Abe does not actually peek off that. Hayes just working the angle here with that smoke. Oh, eats that grenade, man. Takes him all the way down to 9 HP. And another good nade comes out, brings Finesse down to 65. So good nade play coming out here from Threes Up. See if they can keep that going in their favor and keep the HP battle on their side.
Pop flashes are going to be raining in to get the CLG members some map control over at A, and you know they did such a good job of controlling it and scaring the players at B that there's actually going to be a lot of CT presence over it, and that's what I was talking about in the pregame, being able to trust your A player when he is alone. It is going to be Jason already stepped up in the past. He's actually in a good position to spot something and fall back before dying. He just has to make sure he doesn't get his head ripped off here.
So Jason R trying to anchor that A bomb site. Let's see if it works out for him. And it looks like he's going to have 4 players from CLG heading in his direction. He's already going to call for the rotate. It's going to be a smart rotate coming out as the bomb is trying to make its way up ramp now. And let's see if any of these frags go in their favor. Davey goes down right off the bat to Tarek on the entry. But again, CLG trying to take the A bomb site very late. This time they have better smoke coverage, though, to help them get in. But time ticking down very, very low. They got to hurry. Bomb just now makes its way to the bomb site. Got to get in there. Only a few seconds left. And they will be able to get it planted in time, as only Kiko and Abe will be alive here. But they do have a 2-on-3 with one very, very weak Hayes down to 9 HP. Finesse still up 65 from that nade. Finesse goes down to Kiko. Hayes is going to try and peek out, trade the frag. Now it's all up to Hayes. Only 9 HP. He hits the first shot. Waiting for Kiko. Can he take down Kiko? And he will get the 1 versus 2 clutch to give his team a 12th round. And this pistol is going to be vastly important if you're Threes Up.
Yeah, cold player from Hayes there, making up for, I believe, the mistakes of his teammates. I feel like Finesse there shouldn't have peeked, as you said. Hayes a really hurt member of the team. You're not the kind of guy you want last man standing. Let him do the peeking, let him gain the information, let your 100 HP-ish players do the cleanup fragging. But doesn't matter. Hayes confident in himself, picking up the 1-on-2 for his team, 12-3 in favor of CLG. don't really see this half going much more differently than the first one, with 3s up now on Terror's side. But I mean, hopefully they have a well put together cash game, because CLG looks like they are in form tonight.
Yeah, CLG looking very good. And this next map, I think, is going to be very troublesome, because I think CLG is going to burn this way through this. If you guys remember, 3s up actually pulled in the pistol. CLG came back eco'd, and then really didn't look back after that. I mean, they only dropped 2 more rounds, and one of them was the initial buy from 3s up when CLG didn't have fully upgraded guns. They were just rolling on what they had still. And then they ended up winning that one back 3 in a row before they finally dropped another gun round and didn't lose one after that. So this pistol, very important for 3s up here. They have to hold on. They're trying to rush their way towards the A bomb site. They have 2 CTs there to deal with. Derek is going to be there. He goes down. Finesse finds a frag of his own. And Abe and Davey both get in. Jason R's got one. So it's up to Finesse now. He already has himself 2, but Davey will catch him trying to rotate off the balcony. That's 3s up winning another pistol. They're 2 for 2 tonight. Let's see if they can hold on.
Yeah, they're 2 for 2, but you wouldn't know it based on the score. So they're going to have to keep CLG away from them once again, like they were unable to do on the first time. I think they're actually going to have an advantage here, being on the T side and going for it, versus being on the CT side and having to hold and trying to be like a lone man, even with a rifle, trying to stop 5 players rushing directly in your face. I think there's going to be 3s up's opportunity to string together all 3 of the pistol rounds and try to work well put together when they eventually get rifles. But yeah, Finesse boosted up. Could get a lot of information. It's actually really close to spotting the bomb as well, maybe even getting a frag or 2.
Yeah, but that number 2 man of Davey is worrisome about it. He knows that Finesse was boosted up. He doesn't know if he fully committed, and Davey's just trying to look and see. And at this point, I don't think he thinks Finesse made it all the way up. That could be bad. He does have that CZ in his hands. He's already fired off and had to reload once. So if he's able to catch Davey here, and he hears Davey, he knows Davey's jumping. Davey's got to be very careful coming around this corner. Does he check it? He does check it. And Finesse just a little too slow on the reaction there, so Davey takes him down. And it looks like 3s up is going to be able to hold on here, maybe, and run away with this and not allow themselves to get eco'd by CLG. And as I say that, though, Tarek's able to find 1 before he gets traded out, and it will be a 2 versus 4 in favor of 3s up.
Yeah, JDM is going to be trying to deal with the players at A here, but it's actually going to be even up to Hayes as the bomb is sliding its way to B. Deagle in hand needs to find a frag here. Davey throwing the bomb down. Abe, oh man, going to one-tap Hayes and really ruin the round for CLG here, anticipating a 12-5.
So, yeah, CLG not looking the best into this round, but they only had pistols going against guns from 3s up. Even though it was a lot of SMGs, they couldn't get it done. Only found themselves 1 frag. And JDM might be able to get 1 more, possibly, but he would get traded out very, very fast as T's were pushing from both bomb sites towards him. Jason R will find that final one, and that will be 12-5 in favor of CLG, as 3s up still has the gun advantage.
Yeah, those are back-to-back relatively cheap rounds for 3s up, so they can continue to generate that economy. If I'm, if I was 3s up and I'm Davey, I'm throwing Kiko that MAC-10 and buying up with all of his cash. You're going to be seeing Kiko zero out his economy here. It just means you're going to have to drop him a more expensive gun down the line, but Davey's looking to bankroll for his team, as CLG has a heavy presence, actually pushed up in both directions. They are really pushed up over towards A, and they could catch 1 to 2 terrorists off guard here, depending on how passive Color and his teammate play this. Frag's going out. Tarek needs help. He needs to do something. Oh man, he will get taken down. 1 frag there for 3 overall.
Trying to get that pop flash off in the halls does not work out, as Davey just sprints right through the drop, catches Finesse with his pants down. Now it's up to JDM. He's going to get peeked by Abe. Abe's going to easily be able to pick that shot up, and that's going to be a 6th round for 3s up. But now we have CLG on CT side with guns in their hands this round. Let's see if they can prevent 3s up from bringing this game any closer.
Yeah, JDM's actually a little slow on the buy, so I'm curious if he's considering not buying it off. But no, there it is. He is going to be picking it up and getting himself armor and a nade to go with it. Arya, as I said, was one of the bigger impact fraggers for his team with the AWP in his hand in the first half, so I suspect that JDM could similarly find an effective use for it here, but the B take is going to be on. A solid pop flash there from the counter tires, actually going to keep almost all the tires out for a solid chunk of time.
See those guns up in the hands of CLG, trying to get some frags. They're able to find a few, and only 1 player left alive, and it works out for CLG. That's a 13th round, and JDM with that AWP picking up 3 huge impact frags for his team. And yeah, JDM's been opping very, very good tonight. I think he's only lost 1 duel to Arya.
I can't remember it specifically, but that wouldn't surprise me. The 16-7 scoreline really indicates that there's not a lot of people finding JDM right now. Not a lot of people catching him off guard. And so we talked about him before the game, heating up, and it seems like he's doing just that. It's one thing to top frag, like, or not top frag, but to frag like he is with 16 frags, but to also only die 7 times, like 4 deaths, like farther away from. I'll stop talking. The B-take is definitely on. These terrorists are right there, and they are going to get 2 opening frags. It's going to be up to Finesse with a shotgun to do something. Not the gun you want there.
No, and that's going to bode very, very well for 3s up here, because that's going to force Cutler and Tarek into a save. And they're just going to hold on to their 2 rifles. They do have 1 set of head armor on Tarek, and then two kits coming out with tons of utility between them. 4 flashbangs, 2 grenades, 1 smoke grenade. So smart save coming from both of these players on CLG, as 3s up's not going to allow Counter Logic Gaming to be able to string together 2 rounds in the second half.
Yeah, this is really similar to what we saw in the first half. The counter-terrorists the terrorists just refusing the counter-terrorists to get that economy going, because it's pretty expensive to be a counter-terrorist in this game, as it is always in Counter-Strike. So they are going to be pushing up towards the CTs. Tarek going to get spotted out, going to be dropping his rifle. Now Cutler, last man standing for his team, able to get 1, as only 2 terrorists are going to come away with their rifles as well. So overall, not too terrible. Cutler holding on to his M4 is going to be important. He's dropping it to his teammates so they could buy up on the round, and they're doing just that. They're here to compete. They do not want to lose, so all their players are going to be having guns here, except for Finesse, who just has a PD-50 in hand.
So into round 21, as Later just said there, not a lot of guns, or, well, there's 4 players with guns except for Finesse on Counter Logic Gaming. They're trying to prevent 3s up from the T side of coming away with any more rounds in their favor. And they want to stop the hemorrhaging here. They don't want to allow 3s up to make a tight game out of this. After that first half, it looked like 3s up wasn't really going to have a chance here. And then we finally see Counter Logic Gaming in second half be able to win a round. And just like that, it gets turned around on them, and they don't get 2 in a row.
Yeah, deja vu from the first half, big time, just the teams being reversed here. It's going to be up to the first CT team to break the cycle. We saw 3s up and their inability to do it last half, so now it's just CLG's turn. Can they break the cycle? Can they string together rounds like 3s up was unable to?
So it looks like we're going to have a few of the terrorists. They're just working slow right now. 3s up, just trying to play some angles, just trying to set up in position. Cutler ready for the bomb flash. Got to spray down 1. Will get the frag onto Arya, but Kiko is there to trade it out. And Davey hits the drop. Can he get something out of this? Looking for Finesse, the 1 pistol player for CLG. And he has to be calling to his team broken by at this point. They're bought out. If they can win this one, they will surely force CLG into an actual save round.
Davey's creeping out, though. They don't even know it.
Oh, they have to be careful, but there is still Hayes at the back of the site. If Davey makes a little too much noise, oh, Hayes does look for Davey, but at the same time, Abe drops over his head. Davey will find 2 frags out of that. That leaves Tarek by himself to try and save this one out. Not in the greatest position to save here. Let's see if 3s up goes on the hunt one more time to try and find this rifle.
Oh, yeah, they can really do some lasting damage to the CLG economy here, as they were kind of bought in further than they should have been. I think they're I mean, not cockiness, but I think that's like unnecessarily not that they're but like they're like confidence in themselves, like not egotistical like cockiness, but their confidence in themselves perhaps pushed them a little too far there. Just when they decided to force up, they really could have saved and maybe bought some pistols around that saved rifle and let their economy recoup so they could buy a full op and all the utility they could need, and instead they did get punished for it. And kudos to Davey for finding these slight holes in CLG's CT side and poking his finger through them. It pretty much allowed them to get so much more breathing room on the B bomb side and take down Hayes, who was there in the corner.
So into round 22, Counter Logic Gaming with only 1 rifle coming out here in the hands of Tarek. They're going to try and get an eco off. Looks like they're going to throw a 4-man stack towards that B bomb site, see if they can get anything out of it. 3s up, no, it looked like Abe did want to speed towards B, but 3s up again going with this 2-1-2 pretty much set up here from the T side, just trying to see if they can catch aggressive plays coming out of Counter Logic Gaming. And so far, it's been working for them.
Definitely. But CLG going to have 4 players grouped over towards the B bomb site. exactly what Threes Up, I'm sure, is hoping for as they're sliding the bomb towards A. Abe, though, getting a lot of information for his team. Getting one frag before getting traded out, so it's a drops rifle. Hayes is overcommitting on this. Going to get killed by Davey here. Sure, as Davey finally gets the frag, but it's actually his teammates getting punished on the other side of the map while that's going down. So Davey unable to group up and team up with his buddy in mid, who's about to get killed by Color, who pushes through the smoke. Awful, awful timing there for Kiko. Good move from Color. Last man standing is Davey, who was super lit up, and they knew exactly where he was.
Yeah, bomb is down in favor of Counter Logic Gaming right now. I mean, Cutler already has 3 days. Drops the flashbang for his teammate JDM. JDM will find the shot there on the Davey, and that's going to be a 14th round now for CLG. And at this point, you have to think, all right, we've won 2 rounds from CT side now. Let's string one together, finally put ourselves at map point on map number 1.
Yeah, if they win this one, I think that's going to be the confidence booster they would need to close out that last round fairly quickly. But Threes Up still has built up a really strong economy. They are going to be all AKs up here, but the difference between this buy for CLG and the last time they tried to force is markedly different. They are really sitting on a ton more resources here as Abe blindly jumps out. They don't know he's past them. Oh, there, Hayes eventually finding him as JDM finds one as well.
He's able to pick up another frag there, able to take down Kiko. And the op from JDM, he just has to try and stay alive, and the Coop ends up getting spammed down by Arya. But the damage is already done. It's a 4-on-1. Davey, last one left. We'll find Hayes, so he's going to be 1v3 now. It's manageable, but he has to be careful here. Bomb down, bad location for him. And Finesse will get that final kill on the Davey, and that'll be 15-8 now in favor of Counter Logic Gaming. And Threes Up gonna have to buy out and win out from here to try and force overtime on map number 1.
It's still going to net them 3 AKs, so I wouldn't say they're completely out of this round, but CLG, the first CT team here to string together 2 rounds. Well, I didn't expect to be saying that at round 24, but that is the case of this game. Looking to close this out 16-8. I think a little closer than they would have wanted it to be based on the initial scoreline, but I think CLG will take a 16-8. I'm not sure if they're too picky about how their wins are coming these days in CEVO.
So into possibly the final round of this game, or this map, I should say. Tarek does open it up. He's able to get a frag there on the Kiko, and CLG holding so far. Let's see if Cutler can play this A-bomb side. I talked about it beforehand. He's able to get the initial frag. There's one more player right around there. That's going to be Arya, and he goes down also. So now it's going to be a 5 versus 2 with Davey and Jason R being the only terrorists left alive for their team, and they have to get this one. Davey doesn't check left. JDM right there with the op, pushing outside of B, and they have control of the bomb now. And it's going to be very, very hard for Jason R to win this one.
Yeah, most definitely. I would say pretty much impossible, but there's nothing truly impossible in Counter-Strike. But he will be spotted out and taken down by Finesse. So 16-8 is your final scoreline on map 1 of this best of 2 series. Strong showing from CLG, but also good resilience from Threes Up, not giving up. Eventually, the play did catch up to them, but they're playing CLG. They're a really solid team, and the fact that Threes Up didn't roll over there, I think bodes well going into Cash. I'm not sure how well. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to escape the wrath that is CLG right now, but yeah. I think it means that they're not going to get 16-0'd on Cash, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, they battled back well. They didn't just let CLG run away with that thing. And as you guys can see, the box score here presented by Alpha Draft. Take a peek at that. Tarek was shooting very well. And, I mean, that's something that we saw a lot last season, and we've been kind of silent so far. Well, not super silent, but hasn't been that just insane frag out of your mind player that we've seen a ton of like last season. But finally putting up some big numbers there. He went 23-13, but to me the big thing is that 19-10 from JDM with the op, 81 ADR, but I mean, Tarek looking good, 98.3. Yeah,
an opper is supposed to not die, and so not only was he fragging, but he was also not dying. That just saves so much money down the line. That 81 ADR it really pays dividends down the line. His economy is in check. They don't need a drop for him. It allows them to keep the pressure up. Really solid play, I think, from all of the CLG players. They're all have positive-ish score lines. I think Finesse, only player without one, but also sitting on 7 assists and that 90 ADR. So can't really complain about that there. Other important stats that jump out to me, Arya with 5 first kills in that game, 5 opening frags for his team. That's really solid and not something you tend to, I guess you could expect that from an opera, particularly when you played a lot of CT side. That does make a little bit of sense. I'm going to say, had they played perhaps a little bit more terrorist side, maybe that wouldn't have made sense. You'd think you'd want your entry fraggers picking up more of those first kills than your AWPer, but different games are different. Sometimes your AWPer just gets out there first and is finding those opening frags. So important to note. I think 5 really huge from him. That actually equals Tarek's 5 for CLG.
Yeah, definitely. CLG looking good, but like I said, 3's up, battling back pretty well there. And a lot of that was thanks to Arya and Jason are doing well. Abe did well too. I mean, it's just going to be a rough time for them. Kiko really never got himself going. So I think this map might go a little bit better for them, but CLG looking strong. Let's see if they're able to hold on to that 1 point that they've already gotten. They've confirmed it. They can't lose it at this point, but they want to go for 2 tonight. Again, lots of ties, no losses, only 1 actual win where they walked away with 2 points. And let's hope they're able to make that 2 points tonight, as they do have that doubleheader coming up. And we're just waiting for players to ready up at this point, guys, on map number 2 between 3's up and CLG. We're pretty close now, only 2 left.